Good day, everyone. We've got a new date for the San Luis Obispo, aka Slow Spartan race that's part of the U.S. National Series. Let's talk about that and what it means for the rest of the year. The first thing to remember is that Spartan has addressed this problem by letting athletes know they only need to do 3 of the 5 to be eligible for U.S. National Series Championship. But let's get to the dates. First up, Jacksonville, happening in a few weeks. Yay, Florida. Second event now is Big Bear, also in California, May 16th. Now, you may be saying, we just moved Slow. Why would we not move Big Bear? Well, Big Bear is more remote. It's in a resort town, and those things seem to be allowing things to happen. I just looked at their website. They've got skiing happening right now. They get put out a whole video about how they're doing special things to make it work. And yes, it'll be very different from an obstacle race, but the point is they seem to be open to these kinds of things. Next up, Utah, July 17th. Nothing special there. Then West Virginia, August 28th, former home of the North American Championship Series. Now, easy for me to say, now just part of the U.S. National Series. Now, as we get later in the year, here's where things get a little bit tricky. The North American Championship Series date has not been announced yet. Last year, they said it was moving from West Virginia to Tahoe, the former home of the World Championships. If you go to the website now for Spartan, the current date for Tahoe weekend is September 26th. They've got a race up there now. They've got the Beast. They've got the Trail. They haven't announced it, so it's pure speculation, but it's looking pretty good. Why is that weekend familiar? Well, it's the same weekend as the OCR World Championships happening this year in Vermont. I honestly can't remember who announced what date first. I'm sure people are going to accuse people of Spartan of cannibalizing or whatever, but remember, everybody's 2020 moved to 2021. Don't know who moved first, but Spartans, but people will have to make a choice between one of those two events. Then we've got where Slow has been moved to, which is November 21st. You're saying that's after the North American Championship Series. It doesn't matter. Remember, the U.S. National Championship Series is a way to qualify for the North American Championship Series, but it still stands on its own. So as long as you do 3 of the other events, you can make it to Tahoe. What else is really interesting is that Abu Dhabi is literally 11 days later. The Slow race is on a Sunday, and remember, Abu Dhabi weekend is going to start on Friday, and they've got to fly internationally, and it's Thanksgiving. So 11 days in there, including Thanksgiving, to get from Slow all the way over to Abu Dhabi, which will take place December 3rd through 5th. But remember, for the North American Championship Series, you don't have to do all the races. So you can easily skip San Luis Obispo if you've already got your other 3 somewhere else. Here is the official wording from Spartan on the U.S. National Series qualification and the World Championship qualification. For the U.S. National Series, your best 3 out of 5 races will count towards your final series ranking. All race levels are scored the same, so there's no difference. You don't get more or less points for a super or a beast. Only the specific U.S. National Series race distance counts towards that ranking. So if there happens to be 2 races that weekend, you don't get points for both days, only the official U.S. National Series race for that weekend. For the World Championship qualification, Spartan writes, on Monday, October 25th at 12 p.m. Eastern, all elite and age group leaderboards as they stand on this date for all global, national, and regional series will be used to determine qualifying spots for the World Championship. So if you've done any 3 races, Jax, Big Bear, West Virginia, Utah, that's going to qualify you. However, if somebody gets more points than you by then going to the other events, including the one in November, you can't be rescinded. You can't be taken out of the competition. However, new qualifiers will get their invitation to the World Championship. They've provided a table with all the numbers. We'll include it in a link to an article about this very topic below. Another slight wrinkle is World's Toughest Mudder, which takes place in the middle there on November 13th and 14th in Laughlin, Nevada. So that's after Tahoe, but a week before the Slow event. Not everybody who does the Spartan Pro Series also does World's Toughest Mudder, but it's still interesting for those big names that go after all of those big dollar high title events. I hope this all makes sense to you. If not, you can go back and watch this video again. If you want a brief pick into what my brain looks like, have a look at this. Exactly. Aren't you glad you don't live there? Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoy all this exciting news I bring you all the time, these fun interviews, you can join the Patreon. That's right. For as little as a couple of bucks a month or pay the whole year in advance and you get a whole free month free, you get to be part of our special Patreon group. We include links below, or you can go to patreon.com/obstacle racing media. Many of you are just finding out about this channel, meaning I've been doing a podcast for almost 9 years, but you just learned about me here. So now is a great time to hop in. We do lots of fun things. We're a great group of folks over in Patreon land. We also have a lot of fun on the Instagram channel and on Instagram stories. So all those links will be below. Thank you so much for watching. Love ya. Miss ya. Mean it. I've got to run.